This is how we packing our bikes with the baby strollers. Be careful with how it's packed my bike. With Maxi bike and Maxi himself. Maxi! So many bikes. All of them have here. Yeah, we are leaving the bikes here, right? And do you know where?
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were talking to me. That's why you made me so confused.
I'm talking to you. Also to the camera. Do you know which way we have to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we will see.
Maxi, så er den til tur.
Yeah. Okay, babe, can you tell us more about Sankt Hans and why Danish people are celebrating Sankt Hans?
Why
and
Danish people?
Yeah, I mean, what is about? It's a saint, right?
Yeah, it's from the Catholic times.
Okay.
When we were Catholics in Denmark.
And
Sankt Hans is it's the...
But he was burning witches, right?
No. Yes, Sankt Hans is short for Johannes.
Okay.
Johannes. The guy we're celebrating today is the guy who baptized Jesus. And he's born exactly a half year before Jesus. So there's also 6 months to Jesus' birthday today.
So why they build this wooden construction then?
But actually,
and then they set up
we
on fire.
celebrated Sankt Hans way before the fires. The fires they didn't came before the 1600s. That's when they start having fires also. And it was because normally on this day, even from the Catholic times, they believed that we had these magical springs here in Denmark.
Yeah.
So on this day, these magical springs, they were working even better.
Yeah.
For example, there was a magical spring in Parken, in Dyrehavsparken, that amusement park.
Yeah.
And that's like, you already have a video about Parken where we talk about it's the oldest amusement park. But this is actually why it was established. Because there was this spring there, and people believed it was magical, so they will go there in the summer on this day actually. They will go there to drink from this, to become cured. It could cure everything, this magical portion. They were already magical, these springs, but the people believe on this specific day, it will be work even better.
Like a magical potion?
No, it's like a spring, like the water. Like a river where you can drink from. With drinking water. And they were believed to have superpowers.
And that is interesting.
Yeah, and that's how the amusement park started there. As I also talked about a little bit about the other video, which we made about the park. So then people they have So people have to drink from a clay cup, and then they had to break the cup after they drink it.
Okay.
That's what they believe is when they were drinking, the disease went into the cup, and they were breaking it. That's also why if people has broken an arm, for example.
Really? And by destroying the cup, then disease is gone?
Then no one else will get the disease. Because if someone were to drink from the cup, they will get the disease.
Okay.
And what people also did, for example, if they have broken an arm, they would put water on that arm, and then they'll hang up that bandages they have used on a tree, and giving the tree the disease, not themselves.
Okay, this is bad for the poor tree. I mean,
and for the environment,
for the nature,
everyone is drinking from that place, and people are putting their bandages. Like you'll get more sick.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So they are polluting the environment.
So but because of this magic, there was also like counter magic. They also believed that the witches were very active on this day because there was so much magic going around. So that's why they were thinking that they were also very active. So they burned the fires to scare them off.
Okay, but one question: which is the year when the Danish people start celebrating for the first time?
But that was when we became Catholic, and that was the year 1000.
Okay, and when the witches was introduced to that?
The witches were burned after
Holiday.
when we're no longer Catholic. Then they start burning the witches.
And when were you not longer? When Denmark was not longer?
But the burning of the witches was from around 1550 until 1700. That
Okay.
was roughly the period.
So 150 years you've been burning witches here.
They believe that we have killed 1,000 witches in that period of time.
Thousands of women. Oh my god.
150.
But were they only women or also men? Or you're not sure?
I don't know. Women,
Yeah.
I guess. Primarily.
Yeah. Oh my god. This
But
is
also,
crazy.
like on that night, they also. believe
That's why
another-
Denmark became a very feministic country. Because to retaliate of the oldest which
But there were also
burning.
other powers, like, for example, the women who was not yet married. Back in those days, if they on this day, this night, they picked 7 different flowers and then put them under their pillow.
Yeah.
Then they will see their future boyfriend.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely this day is very magical.
But then if they were sleeping with those 9 flowers or 7 flowers, I can't remember now. If they were sleeping underwater well or like a water stream,
Yeah.
if they were sleeping on top of that, then they will see who will be their future husband.
Okay.
So a lot of those young women, they were sleeping in that area where the magical thing is. To get that, and there was a lot of it attracted a lot of people. Like they built the amusement park because there were so many people, and because there were so many people, there was also people like selling stuff, and there were people having like parties as well as you could have back then.
Yeah.
But then the women, if they were going around doing this thing and sleeping outside, they had to look out for one specific thing, like the Sankt Hans worm.
Okay.
They believed there was a Sankt Hans worm that if it poked the ladies, they will become pregnant.
Okay.
So that was the evil Sankt Hans worm.
Okay. But
probably
what
it's
is
much
this?
more related that everyone was partying
Yeah.
and all the women were sleeping outside. The parents let them sleep outside.
Yeah.
So probably they just had sex with someone. I don't think it was a worm.
Yeah. No.
Spoiler maybe for someone.
A worm. So Sankt Hans worm.
But they called it the Sankt Hans worm. It was just a worm they believed going around, and if it bite the woman, she'll become pregnant.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And I guess it's because everyone was partying. And back then, people were from the countryside, the farmers, they were never leaving their property more or less. Well, for that one period of time a year, they could leave the house and have a big party with everyone.
Yeah. Also, I heard that they were like celebrate the fertility which comes to the lands also.
And today we put like a fake witch on top of the fire. This is a tradition now, but that tradition is actually quite new, originating from Germany. There were some German settlers in Denmark who brought this. It was not a Danish tradition until recently.
16th century, yeah, sorry. 16th century when they were burning witches. How they're actually related to the Sankt Hans, what they were doing, like.
But they are not, that's what I'm saying. Burning of the witches is not relating to Sankt Hans at all.
Okay.
It's a common misunderstanding in Denmark.
It's just because of this magic which is coming around. Oh, they believe.
They used to make fires on Sankt Hans to scare off the witches. But they also did that before we even start burning witches in Denmark.
Okay.
Still, they made this fire because they believe that witches are also very active because of all the magic.
But so you believe in witches before you start burning them?
Yeah.
How long you've been believing in witches before you?
I have no idea. But people also believe in witches after this. It's not like it was just in
They
those dark
disappeared.
ages. Like they were thinking it was the worst, and the king decided to really start killing the witches.
Yeah.
Which was sad because most of those women who were burned was just people who knew a lot about plants and nature.
Yeah.
So if a woman could, like today, and still a lot of medicine is based on plants.
Yeah.
And those women who had that knowledge back then, they were burned because they were considered witches.
Yeah. Maxi?
He
Maxi?
doesn't want to do this talk, he wants to watch a fire.
Yeah. Okay, let's go then. Wow. Okay. Where are we gonna go? Sit.
I think maybe out there so we're a little bit far away from the crowd.
If we sit up so far away, do you think we'll be able to see all this fire?
Yeah, but there's also the stage, so there will also be music. Oh, no, they're dancing over there. They have Swedish folk dancing.
But yeah, we should have come earlier, definitely. Yeah, it's even dressed like a witch. Was a nice fire, nice celebration of Sankt Hans.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Maxi was.
It was difficult. There was like so many people, one place, and
yeah, and
he
Maxi was
wanted
so fussy.
He kept
today.
wanting to go to the lake. He wanted to jump in the lake, and he couldn't understand why he was not allowed to jump into the water. So
yeah,
that made him very annoyed. But he fell asleep at the end. And he woke up, of course, from a biking home, and after that he fell asleep again. So I would say it's quite nice.
Yeah, Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I was